Blanchburg. Brought to you by the King Steakhouse and Bar. For great steaks, good friends. See you tonight.
You know that feeling where a team hasn't played really well, but you just kind of sense they're going to make a run in the playoffs? The Montreal Canadiens, don't give me that feeling. How about you, Rick Moffat?
Absolutely. This is a team that capital S staggered to the finish line last season. This year it's only small s staggering. The big thing is we know who the goaltender is going to be, and that's Carey Price.
Are you suggesting that what you've seen from this team this year, in fact, over the last couple of weeks, suggests to you, wow, the Canadiens could take down a superior team?
At its worst, this team has looked like it was playing to get Jacques Martin fired. At its best, this team has looked like it's getting Coach Jacques Martin Coach of the Year honors and entirely capable of going deep again, playing his system.
Okay, so you got to put that in perspective, because to me that sounds like wishful thinking by a guy who does play-by-play for a team. It sounds to me like you have no case to be made. You're just thinking that it sounds good to say it. Tell me why.
No. The Canadiens at their best. They're skating, they're playing fast, they're playing smart. They also have a veteran defense core. When you look at Hal Gill, Jaroslav Spacek, and Roman Hamrlik, their unsung award hero, this team has almost 250 games experience just in the playoffs, and just with that trio. Jacques Martin's going to have them in lockdown mode, and they could take out any one of the top three seeds easily.
I've got my thesaurus here, and a synonym as you used it for what was it? Was it veteran, experienced? Is just old. The defense is old. The defense is slow. This is not a defense that I've heard anyone say is suited to the NHL playoffs in 2011.
And everybody said that about Jaroslav Spacek last year, and all he did was help lock down Alexander Ovechkin and the Pittsburgh Penguins. And he can do it again. And so will Roman Hamrlik and Hal Gill. PK Subban is going to step it up again if he can compete even harder than he does game in, game out. And Carey Price has been the chill, relax. The Cowboy goalie has carried the load for this hockey team. They are totally confident in him. And let's not forget, yes, Yaroslav Halak was the hot goaltender a year ago at this time and had to be the #1 going into the playoffs. But Carey Price has matured. Carey Price can handle the workload, and they could go deep. I think the Canadiens can take down Philly. They can take down Boston. Yes, Boston. I know that's a possible, maybe the scenario that many Habs fans want, because they want back at the Bruins.
I don't think any Habs fan really wants that. I think it sounds good
yes,
to say, oh, we want a piece of them. But the truth is, head-to-head with the Boston Bruins in a 7-game playoff series, the only edge that you might have over other teams would be in goal. And Tim Thomas is a great goaltender. So
Habs won 4
out of 6,
there's
no shot.
And they lost the game where they put in 6 past Tim Thomas. I don't think I'm serious. I don't think the Canadiens fear the Bruins one bit.
What's wrong with Mike Camilleri? A lot of Mike Camilleri fans here. Is he playing hurt? Last year in the playoffs,
he's been playing hurt.
He had 13 goals in 19 games.
And he almost admitted to me when they had that lackluster loss last week in Carolina. And the silver lining of that game was Camilleri's getting back to the shoot first, think later instincts. We've seen him a lot, too much over the last few weeks, being the one-armed bandit, just kind of reaching in for the poke checks. He can play with 2 hands on his stick again. That's a good thing.
Final question. I'll make a statement. You agree or disagree. I'm sure you can agree with me because you have clearly all across the board. If, and this is hypothetical, the Montreal Canadiens face the Toronto Maple Leafs right now in a playoff series, I would give the edge to the Toronto Maple Leafs given how they played. You agree, right?
67. Hello. Listen, the Montreal Canadiens can handle the Leafs. They're not going to let the last game of regular season be the one to take down any playoff hopes. And if they were to meet in postseason, well, I'll see you with my walker.
Okay, well, you should perhaps borrow the walker that Hal Gill and Spacek and a few others are going to need on defense. But you know what? Love the fact that I pushed you and you came out fighting. Really enjoy this. Rick Moffat, as long as the Montreal Canadiens go, will you continue to join us?
Absolutely, we'd love to.
Have a great summer then. As we go to break, we tell you tomorrow's OTR will be on TSN2, 5 o'clock Eastern time. So make note of that. If you're coming home from work and thinking, I got to watch OTR, it's TSN2.